All right, it's time for the Way Black History Fact. Today's Way Black History Fact is sponsored by Underground Beach Club. From the streets to the beach, for the latest in beachwear, visit undergroundbeachclub.com. All right, sharing a bit from Black History Studies. You can find them on Instagram at Black History Studies. All right. I know we normally talk about stuff in the United States, but I feel like this is important and relevant because for those familiar with Rhodes Scholars, I want you to know the history behind this, so I'll read. British colonizer Cecil Rhodes came to southern Africa. Rhodes was an ideological colonizer. He believed in British imperialism and promoted it. He said, quote, "To prevent civil war, you must become an imperialist," quote. He created the Rhodes Scholarship. His goal was to install British imperialism from Cape Town to Cairo and build the Cape Cairo Railway. His vision was part of the British Empire on which they boasted the sun never set because it went all around the world. Cecil Rhodes was a perpetrator of genocide, responsible for the displacement of millions of African people for the benefit of white settlers and enslavement of African people on their own land. White people came from Europe and became wealthy from the theft of the gold and diamonds in southern Africa. Cecil Rhodes founded De Beers Diamond Cartel. You ever heard of De Beers?
Yes, I have.
Okay, that's this guy. All right. Rhodes went to South Africa from Britain when he was 18 years old, and he took over the diamond mines at Kimberley, South Africa, and others in the area. By his early 20s, he was a millionaire. This is a millionaire back in the day, by the way. But he did not retire. He believed in subjugating Africa for the benefit of England. Rhodes went to Zimbabwe, the land of the Matabele and Shona, who launched fierce resistance led by their leader, Labengula. Rhodes paid a mercenary army from England and stocked them with Maxim machine guns. With just 5 machine guns, the English slaughtered 5,000 African people in one afternoon alone, and then they celebrated with dinner and champagne. Every black child in grade school is taught Adolf Hitler killed 6 million Jews, and this is the worst human being that ever lived. On the other hand, our children are taught the Right Honorable Cecil Rhodes, the founder of the De Beers Diamond Company in South Africa, who killed 10 times that number of Africans, is a hero and a statesman. And if they study hard and do well in school, they may be eligible to win Rhodes Scholarship, the oldest and most celebrated international fellowship award in the world. They don't mention the scholarships are paid for with the blood of their ancestors. And there's another little blurb I want to read here too, which is, actually, you know what? We can skip over that because we don't have a lot of time. Anyway, what I want to do is explain why that was important. I think on the heels of that monopoly thought experiment that we had, it's important for us to consider the real world examples of that and the implications of that. Because what happens is there's an individual who not only makes a lot of money for himself, but all the people around him are able to make money too, off of the backs of black people, right? And Africa is a very, very potent land. So you have this theft of really the globe's resources from Africa, enriching individuals like him and all of his cronies. Then they pass that along to their children and so forth and so on, right? And even if there are white people who didn't inherit money, they did come into a world built in the likeness and image of people like this man, to where they got a better shot at getting a story like that for themselves than people who historically have been subjugated and slaughtered by machine guns in an afternoon, and then later people are drinking champagne. So some food for thought for you.